IQHQ, DA, DK Will.
Yep.
Versus House of 3000, Mike Kirby. And we had a little joke that Will, when he unlocks his power, is Mike DK.
Mike DK, so we'll wait
middle
and see.
name.
Yes.
Okay, so anyway, these guys have played many a time in Brawl. Yeah, but I don't think they've ever crossed paths in Smash 4 before.
No, I don't think they have yet. Now, I know Will was knocked into loser's bracket by, sorry,
Jash.
the name. Yes, Jash, exactly. Just escaping me. So, as while Jash may have just taken a loss, let's see if Will's going to be following the same fate as his earlier rival.
Yeah, Mike Kirby did knock Jash out before, but a lot of the matchups in this game, like player and character, can just really go either way. And
most certainly.
It's a very like rock, paper, scissors-esque kind of thing. Like, it's not even so much that many of these players, because they're on a very similar skill plane, it's not that they're better, it's just, you know, they'll outplay them for that set, or like they knew the matchup better during that set.
Well, that's what it is. Playstyle differentials, different evolution, what got, you know, who got baited into what. It's always mixed up.
Yep, so at this point in the bracket, I feel like there's very little actual hierarchy to the players left, except maybe Vinny is a cut above everybody else. He's really shown to be dominant lately. But, I mean, Will, Ninja Link, Mike Kirby, John Numbers, all players that go back and forth with each other consistently. So right now, it's looking like Mike Kirby is getting the better of this matchup, but almost catching a broken shield. Trying to grab the down B from DK. That's one of his best moves against defensive options. Now Will working some of this percent lead back, just holding down the edge, not going for any trumps or anything risky.
Yeah, and you can see after Mike Kirby's display against Vinny earlier on, the respect for Kirby has definitely jumped through the roof as we began to watch here.
And Kirby already at KO percent, whereas it's going to need a little bit more work on DK in order to clear that threshold. However, Kirby does have some pretty solid KO moves. He's got that forward smash, he managed to land that one. Oh, okay, the juggle.
And he does have that rage active now too, so.
Yep, sour spot of forward smash there though, not the strong hitbox that would have done it. So Will living to see another day by a couple of frames.
And great presence of mind by Will always. He's got great offstage mindset. He's very well aware of what you're going to throw at him, what you're spacing for. So I'm pretty sure he had done his best to make sure that that was either going to be a sour spot or just outright miss.
Yeah, he's very zen off the stage. I really like his play.
Yes.
And oh, going for the reverse giant punch, but that's very unsafe on block. Mike Kirby able to just throw a dash up smash to punish that, and he's in control of this match, but hardly.
Yes, most certainly. Barely has a lead right now. There's actually no percent on Will. This is nothing besides a stock lead right now, and barely won at that.
Look how crisp Donkey Kong's fur looks in this game, and that crisp up tilt to follow it.
Right there.
Okay, big up B, tacking on 11 damage with the multi-hits. Really hard to get out of that, if not impossible.
Yeah, I would albeit say you have to have immediate SDI massive, like just mashing your C-stick from before it even happens.
Okay, going in again with that up B. I think the angle that it goes at now is kind of a little more apt for anti-airing because that back hitbox reaches to the sky. So
most certainly.
And the super armor just allows it to kind of shut out some of Kirby's aerial approaches or just his defensive fallings with back air.
Now, it is very entertaining how both of these characters really seem to just genuinely enjoy being right underneath the platform on that stage. They really want to try and bait that left or right platform jump. They want to see the other player do it because both DK and Kirby, once they get underneath you, can be real monstrosities to deal with.
Yep, they have great anti-airs and air-to-air options. So, two characters who really thrive in this position, and right now Will's the one holding it, but oh, Mike Kirby pushing him back toward the center and now the left, or I'm sorry, the right corner.
And here we go again as we're going to wait to see Will hoping to find it back onto the stage. Mike Kirby narrowly got a couple hits of that opening spike, but ooh!
Mike Kirby had that. All he had to do was go for another down smash when Will regrabbed, but he got scared. He was like, oh man, I don't want to drop this. He'll never fall for that.
And we said it all day today.
Mike Kirby got in his head a little bit too hard there, or in his own head.
Yes.
Get out of my head, Mike!
Which Mike are you talking to, Mike?
Okay, so going into the second game, I'm not sure what kind of counterpicks we're going to see. Battlefield seemed to be pretty nice for both of them. I feel like Final Destination might not be the play for Kirby because that means he's going to fall victim to those down B hand slaps a lot on the ground, and he has nowhere to retreat to aerially. But that also gives him some more space to work with, maybe try to keep Donkey Kong out of his range a little bit. But then again, DK thrives at the keeping out game because he has longer limbs. And that's a lot of what matchups come down to. It's who outranges the other character, and often you can just look at their character model to see.
Yeah, and see exactly who's stumpy and who isn't. But as of right now, it's going to be very questionable where to even take Will because like you said, the flow and the motion of Kirby is almost like mini DK at points. So they're very similar in what they're looking for, you know?
I do agree with that. A lot of back air,
you know,
up tilt to get them off your back.
Yeah, you know, even in the air, like it's a lot of different options seem very, very similar in what their bread and butter options are, just how they cover areas. So
and
it seems,
as a result, we're back on Battlefield.
Exactly, because neither player is really going to be looking to go anywhere else.
Yep, Will not trying to ban it. Mike Kirby not really too discouraged after that very, very close first game. So it looks like they're going pretty back and forth still. But, oh,
there it is.
No copy, though. He just wanted to spin him. Maybe he wants access to the command grab for the rest of the stock, but I still think the giant punch might have been better.
Yeah, I would agree entirely there, too.
Not that Kirby has stellar range on it or anything, but the super armor plus the KO power, like that's just something that Kirby would love to have under normal circumstances.
Most certainly.
So, I don't know. Will has been probably adapting based on the fact that he's only gotten better during the course of this match as time has gone.
And that's what my big fear is, just as always. With Will, you have to keep it mixed up. You have to keep him on his toes and adapting. And when you take him back to the same stage as the same character that he just won on, it's not gonna aid you in preventing that process from occurring. Will, after seeing him for quite some time, even against Larry during Apex, almost ended up pulling out a win on him just for the same reasoning. You just can't give Will that ability.
He's definitely a downloader, and I love players like that. It just shows like true mastery of the game, a lot of knowledge, a lot of natural talent too. And like, if you fail to mix it up against a player like that, that's on you.
Yeah, exactly. The truth will come out, and the exposure is all due to your own inability.
Okay, so we've got Will off the stage. Oh, Mike Kirby going for the big spike. But not quite.
And Will looking for a potential stage spike there nonetheless. Crazy how he can take a situation where you have a chance to capitalize on and turn it into one of his own.
Oh, back throwing him all the way across the stage, but due to how far he was from the boundary, not quite going to be a kill. Oh, great job.
Goodness.
Just responding to Mike Kirby's really greedy down air attempt there. There's a lot of startup on Kirby's drill. Now, if he does manage to connect one of those down airs, which has a lot of active frames, it can result in death for DK at very early percent. So we're going to see Mike Kirby, probably after he ties up this stock, going for a lot of those off the stage.
And as you suspected earlier, it seems like he just wants a command grab as an option to find himself back on the ground safely. It doesn't look like DK has much to do to get away from it when it's occurring. So, well thought out on Mike Kirby's portion. That up throw is definitely not going to kill, unfortunately.
Okay, and that's going to be the down air he needed, but he needs that now again at a very low percent.
And having a 20% deficit against the character who likes to live to 150 plus means that you are way closer to kill percent.
Okay, 40 damage on Kirby. This is just like where Will, I think, is going to slowly start pulling ahead. Mike Kirby needs to land a clean hit, such as a grab or a falling up air or an up tilt.
And those pivot grabs from DK, always a sign that, you know, Will's really starting to feel it. He's starting to know where your approach is. But Mike Kirby getting his, just like we saw against Vinny Sheik.
Yeah, once you get that one hit with Kirby, especially against the big bodies, you can really take him for a ride, man. You can do some disgusting stuff.
Straight up Marvel in here.
Okay, the up B at him, very bold, but I mean it does beat pretty much buttons and grab, and it eats a lot of shield, so.
And great mix-up there by Mike Kirby. Got down there over the ledge to double jab grab, so hey, shout outs to Mike Kirby and getting those nice mix-ups, but Will might close it out here. Mike Kirby at scary high percent.
Speaking of scary, Will's mix-up there was to just run at him and grab, and DK is like a mass of destruction, just running at you, and when you see that, you want to block. You're scared, you're afraid.
Yep.
Okay, catching him off the edge with the falling up air. That was nice by Mike Kirby. He's got a lot of those jump from the edge reads down.
And it looks like Will lost his DK punch somewhere in the mix, unless it's a 9
He did throw it on Mike Kirby's shield.
Oh, okay. I missed that momentarily.
And that's it, clutching it out. Yep.
And there it is.
Okay. Mike Kirby putting himself on the board out here. That was a really tight game once again. These guys going back and forth.
Oh, certainly. And Mike Kirby definitely never a guy to sleep on. You know, honestly,
no, he's
I have
improved
to
so
say,
much.
he does an unbelievable job of, even in those last seconds, keeping that top player style mentality of playing to win. He keeps his space back. He keeps looking for what he's looking, and that was a great job by him to commit when he needed to and get that big payout.
And he knew that Will was one back throw near the edge away from victory.
Yep.
And he's like, nope, time to activate X Factor. I'm going to recover my red health and stay alive long enough just to do this.
That's exactly what it was right there. Just an unbelievable job catching that down air. Had a couple failed attempts beforehand. Did not have great completion percentage on those down airs at all. But in the clutch, Definitely did.
And that's Vinny giving advice to Will there, it looks like.
Yes.
A little bit of coaching.
Fellow Crossfire member, or XFire members as of right now.
And IQHQ.
Yes, and IQHQ. I mean, hell, just Long Island, coaching Long Island, to be completely honest with you. But as of right now, Vinny definitely dropping that knowledge on Will as we see this counter pick taking quite some time to break down.
All right, just tweeting out that stream link. Get these guys some much-deserved exposure. Okay, and we're out to Smashville, or I'm sorry, Town and City for the third game of the set. This is what's going to decide it all, folks. We got Max Ketchum and Coontail on the mic. Oh, the jabs from behind. Kirby with some invisible limbs, I guess.
Yeah, you know, just breaking him out real quick. But hey, DK right back into it, tossing him to the ground. Unreal amount of hitboxes coming out of that down air there, as we see Mike Kirby just assaulting Will's shield. Still got these little bit of footsies right now. Mike Kirby definitely feeling that down air a little bit more.
And this is still a very even back and forth game, especially considering the weights of these characters.
Yeah, but Mike Kirby definitely looking to cover area in a different way, but you got to be careful because Will's going to start pressuring with that up B. And when you are in between Will and the stage and that up B occurs, you cannot make a mistake. Otherwise, the stage spike will happen. That's been the same way since Brawl.
Definitely not a character you want to fight off the ledge. Neither of these guys, actually. Both of them just either they'll hit you really hard or they can chase you really deep, or both.
Well, and you said it too. They can take, you know, we talked about it earlier. It's just they can take a situation where you have advantage and you whiff an attack and instantaneously take advantage from you, causing disadvantage, which is not something that you see all that often from both characters going at it.
Yeah, they can swing that momentum back and forth very easily. It's really
ooh, but a ledge trump right there. Very well played by Mike Kirby, resulting in that quick back air that shuts Will down.
Oh, I thought that was going to be the shield break.
And Will, with that disrespect, walked straight up and was like, man, F your shield.
Just pounding that ground. That's what DK does best, is beat things up.
Yes. Just beat it up.
And he's doing a good job of that right now, except he needs to close out the stock. The fact that Kirby, in all his lightness, is surviving to 130 in this matchup, there we go.
And that's what Will wanted. Will wanted to back Mike Kirby up into that space, see if he opted for the ledge or if he opted for that platform. Once he caught him looking at that platform, said, hey, there's a foot coming your way.
Oh, Mike Kirby was holding center stage so well and just overcommitted a little bit. Got it reversed on him, but now, I mean, he's turned the tides once again.
Oh, goodness, and there it is, the brawl.
These guys are just getting stage control from each other left and right. They're switching constantly. It's like a synchronized swimming little dance thing, and, I mean, so far, Will getting a little bit of the better of him on this second stock of the last game here. This is the clutch factor he's going to need to pull it off. But Mike Kirby, I don't know, now's his chance. Backing Will up.
And as of right now, the footsies have been so real. You see it. Both characters just trying to find their way in. Mike Kirby definitely been winning this footsies as he's managed to land 2 solid grabs and keep Will off balance as Will just can't find his way back to the ground.
And Will has been doing a lot of rolls back to the center of the stage. Mike Kirby started adapting to that. Got a lot of damage off of it, but now he's off the stage. This is not someplace you want to be against DK, or anyone, but especially a giant monkey that can kill you at this low 71%.
And as we see, resets for days, but Mike Kirby's so strong on that dashing grab.
Okay, he's got it back there off the stage. Not quite killing him despite Town and City's small boundaries.
Very close, though. We saw, you could feel the boundaries creeping up on Mike Kirby quick.
And you could feel that giant punch coming out from Will, too. Oh, this is super intense. Every time they get near the edge, I'm like, is Mike Kirby going to spike him or swallow him, or is Will going to actually close it out? Oh, it's so close, within frames.
Oh, and there it is.
Wow.
As I said, you have to be so careful when next to the ledge, as Will's up B game has always been so on point. But Mike Kirby doing an unbelievable job today, giving so many people a run for their money. 2 of the Titans of Long Island getting brought down to the nitty-gritty right there by Mike Kirby. So definitely holding it down for MYC. May have not finished as well as he wanted to, but I hope he keeps it up because that man is looking to be fierce.
Will and Vinny, 2 very respectable losses, and now I believe Will and John Numbers are going to square off in the loser semifinals. This is going to decide 4th place at this tournament. Oh, wait, no, Ninja Link and John Numbers have yet to go. So that's first. Losers Quarters for 5th. Awesome stuff. Also, by the way, guys, shout-outs to the sponsors. We got Dynamic Custom Beadworks. See that on the rolling ticker? You could either get $10 or $15 off depending on the size of your order with the coupon code SPOOKY1 or SPOOKY2015. I'm sorry, that's the other one. This one's just Smash Attack. Getting ahead of myself here. And, of course, all of these various video game characters and icons like the Piranha Plant, you got Poison, Vegeta, and just whatever you want. It's literally custom, so they'll make it for you. And they have cool LED stuff, too, now, leveling up the tech. Back when I was a kid, they just had colors and sometimes glow-in-the-dark ones. This is next level, truly next level. Okay, Smash.